Hi, all, how are we going? And welcome to another round of REDSKI's Righteous Readings, where the readings are always righteous. I hope you are all doing it very well, my darlings, and we are doing the March Main Monthly. Long story short, basically I had all of the readings done during school holidays, sort of all done, bagged and busted by early January, ready for release, early February. I tried to get a bit of a leg up before I moved my studio into my caravan, and we did the rest of it. Things didn't quite go to plan, and my laptop that I've just started using since those readings, February and March readings, decided to delete everything pretty much. Only 2 videos survived, and the audio is terrible, so they won't be able to be released. So I've had to redo all the readings again. Now today is February 1st, so here we go. So this is the March Main Monthly for none other sign than my beautiful Scorpios. So Scorpio rising, moon and suns of that sign. This is your March Main Monthly. Now, what are we doing? We're doing a full Celtic cross, 10 placements, with clarifiers on the cards I see fit to. Then we move into the oracle messages, as well as inspirational messages. Find out what angel is yours and to guide and assist you for the month of March, as well as what spirit animal, and then, as I so promised, as in with the main monthlies, it would come in permanently, the ruin. You'll get a ruin for the month, as well as a full meanings. Okay, guys, so it's going to be a bit more lengthier than usual. It will probably push out the half an hour, 45-minute sort of period, I'm hoping, and we'll see how we go. But it is the March Main Monthly, so for no other sign other than my Scorpio, I'm very excited. Here we go, guys. March May Monthly 2021 Scorpio. Alright, my beautiful Scorpios. Okay. Four of Wands reverse has come out as where you're feeling currently. Position 2, of course, is your obstacles and issues. So on and so forth. So let's find out what's coming in. I'm going to keep that Four of Wands up there just for now. Okay, so my dear Scorpios. So coming into March, coming into this reading, you're feeling the Hermit reverse, sign of Virgo. Also a true sign that you are really very much feeling that you are being maybe a bit rash, being a bit hasty. There's a bit of hastiness here. There's a bit of rashness here. Maybe you're following incorrect advice, and you're being bringing in a little bit of failure caused by dullness, by being pulled back and reserved. It's sort of being slapdash, very hasty and rashful, or you're sort of being a bit over prudent. It can be either kind of a feeling. I always see the Hermit reverse as being sort of so reserved he can't even trust his own advice. Because when the Hermit is upright, he's following his own counsel, he's following his own knowledge through a solitudinal way of being, isolated way of being, but being very wise. When he's inverted or upside down, he is really not trusting that advice. He's not listening to his sound judgment. He's not being in tune with his inner outer self. Spirit and heart and mind is not in alignment. Spirit and mind is not in alignment. Things are a bit disjointed here. We are very much feeling as though we're not trusting ourselves. We're not trusting our knowledge. We're not trusting our vibe. Excuse me. Crossing obstacles, issues. We have none other than the world. So as the name suggests, the world is the full cycle of it all. This is talking all about attachment, completion, and perfection. It's about ultimate change, the end result of all efforts put up so far. It is about success, it's about synthesis, it's about fulfillment and capability. It's about triumph in all your undertakings, reaping what you've sown now. This is rewards that have come from hard work and admiration of others and putting in the work through it. The world is the completion of a cycle. As everything turns in its direction, in its own time, in its own path, so too it comes back to where it starts. The world has done its cycle. It's coming to an end. It's about the reward from all of that. It's about the completion of all of that. It's done now. Crossing card. Now, hanging above you, crowning you, all up in there. Queen of Wands reversed. So crowning this reading is a real personality, because this can be male or female in gender. Don't get with the court cards, especially the kings and queens. Do not get caught up on the gender of the card. The card speaks atonement and attainment to the person's character, and that can be male or female in gender. Okay, guys. So it's Queen of Wands inverted is about jealousy. She's all about deceit. Possible infidelity here as well. She has very unstable emotions, and she is extremely fickle. She's flighty, and she's put up a shit ton of resistance and opposition towards anything that she don't want to do or anything that comes towards her. She is strong in her way of doing things, but she does what she wants to do on her terms, and she makes no apologies. My apologies. One of my twins found the volume button on my phone. Just more challenges. So that Queen of Wands reversed is talking about someone very unstable in their emotions, but is very jealous, very deceitful, and very fickle. They are very resistant and very opposed to anything that's brought forward, anything that's not what they want to do as they think of it when they thought of it. They're very commanding as well, though. Foundation, root of reading. A reason we are here, my dear Scorpios, and it is none other than the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is really talking about life in suspension here. So the root, the foundation of this reading is you are putting yourself in a state of suspension for a transitional purpose, for a change, for a reversal of the mind, and in one way of life. So you're not literally suspending yourself from a tree, Scorpio, but you are going on a pause inside, in spirit, mind, and heart. You are readjusting, fine-tuning, actually, kind of like you would on a beautiful Mercedes-Benz, okay? You're getting the tune-up of a lifetime at the moment, of your heart, your mind, your soul, yourself. You're assessing everything that's come to this point, your judgments and your deliberations and your choices you have made thus far. Then you are re-looking over it, re-moving forward with it, and working out what is there for what you desire and what is there, or the niggling things that you don't actually want to take forward with you. So it's a massive, 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 massive deconstruction of self. And not just one area, but everywhere that matters. That's why it would be the root and the foundation. It's the absolute core of this. Past energy leaving you now, we have none other than the moon inverted. So the past energy here, and this is Piscean energy, Pisces card. This does speak to maybe some minor deceptions in the past that were realised right before the big damage was done. Maybe there's been some trifling over mistakes that have come to pass now. And also a real feeling of overcoming some bad temptation in a small way. We're looking at things here as if maybe we've had some gains without paying the price, or someone has taken advantage of someone or us. It's that real seeing the deception now. When the moon is inverted, it's saying that these things have happened, but now we see them. The damage was done, but it wasn't as major as it could have been if the moon was in its upright form. But this still has a very strong message with it. Even though it's past energy, it's leaving you now. It still has a residual here. Don't succumb to bad temptations or trifle over things. Be firm in self. Believe. Because that Hermit, your current inverted and saying that you don't trust in yourself there. Future energy, what's coming in now. This is the Page of Swords, and it is inverted. Now, my darlings, this comes with a very strong message. Moving forward here, excuse me, I'm just going to grab a drink. Apologies, throat is very dry. Page of Swords inverted, as I was just saying, future energy coming in. So this is an imposter. Relax, So, future energy coming in, none other than that Page of Swords reversed. So this is really talking about an imposter here that will be revealed. It can also indicate illness is also possible, but it's really about an atonement of feeling powerlessness in the face of stronger forces and a lack of preparation for something that's coming in to really knock you off your feet, kind of thing. Something that will come in abruptly, whether it's imposter, someone roguey, or an illness. Something's really going to knock you off your feet and really surprise you and leave you quite gobsmacked a bit there, Scorpio. It's really going to come left of center, and it's just going to be like, whoa, that was that. Like, it's going to be quite a bit of a shock there that comes in with that. Advice from Spirit is none other than the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands is, of course, talking about a lot of unsatisfied desires here. It's talking about struggles and labour and obstacles and basically not agreeing with anyone around you. A real conflict in ideals and ideas. Wands is all about intuition, vision, progress, individuality and success, whether that's success or failure. But it's all about our desires, our vision, our passions. Wands are fire energy. And the fives are always that of conflict. This is strong opinions. So everyone's opinions is represented by the wand. And they all are just swinging it. Seeing what balls stick back to the wall kind of thing, It's just, anyone that gets in my way is going to get whacked. I'm not even going to bother with what they've got to say or what their deal is. And the advice from Spirit here is, don't get caught up in this conflict. Don't look at this and go and get your wand or your stick and go and join in. Stay the F out of it, you know what I mean? Don't get caught up in all this conflict, whether it involves you or not. You can have just as powerful a point going about it a different way. Now, the next card is outsiders looking in. So people that are looking in on you, looking in on your situation and things. What do they see when they do so? And we have none other than the Wheel of Fortune. Now, I like this card in this placement. And I've got to say, Scorpio, this reading is absolutely loitered with major arcana here. So we have the Hermit, the World, the Moon, that's 3, the Hangman at the Foundation, that's 4. This one's 5, and we've got more to come. This is a very important month for you, Scorpio. It's going to be revolutionary. Now, outsiders looking in the Wheel of Fortune. So this is about destiny, fortune, and fate, and chance, and an outcome. Whether good or bad, this card does not individually say. What it does speak to atonement of is that it is eventuality. The wheel suggests the course of events from beginning to end and an outcome. So an opportunity for a chance for a high spin roll. I always look at the Wheel of Fortune as, the end of the night and your last dollar at, say, at a casino or a pub or whatever. Last dollar, I'm just going to put it in one machine. One machine, one hit, one shot, one spin of that freaking wheel. And fortune or fate will be the determinator of what this shall be. It's out of my hands. And fall it as the dice go, or as the coin goes heads or tails, you have as much control of it as that. The wheel is that. It is the moment you release that coin, flip it into the air and call heads or tails. That is the Wheel of Fortune. It's not good or bad. It's being there and flipping the coin. It's the chance. It's the opportunity. I always love the Wheel of Fortune because it gives you an opportunity, and in life I think that's all we can really ask. And outsiders looking in are seeing you as someone that's had a lot of roll of the dice. Good or bad, it's just the opportunities have been there for you, and people see that. Hopes and fears, another major arcana. The star sign of Aquarius. Good, guys. Now, this is beautiful because this is talking about hope, faith, and inspiration and bright prospects. It's all about the mixing of the past and the present and having optimism and insight. This is a good omen card. It's all about spiritual love as well. It's about fulfillment with pleasure and the proper balancing of desire and work, hope and effort, and love and expression. Star to me is like wish fulfillment. Looking up at the stars, making a wish on the star. And when the star comes in, it's really telling you that a lot of your aspirations, inspirations, and dreams are starting to come true, or starting to come back into the forefront of your mind, whereas before you may have suppressed them or not wanted to even do them. You just felt that your chance wasn't there. Outcome, another major arcana. This is the card 4, Scorpio, and it is the death card inverted. So the outcome for this reading, guys, is really about you must move forward here. You don't want to have immobility or stagnation. Okay, we must move forward. Now, when you do, even if it's a slow change, so be it. But change must come, or you go stagnant. It's also saying that you might go through a period of just pulling back as well. And Rita type, just a brief time of giving up. Don't do that either. Don't be immobile or stagnant or pull yourself out the race. Okay? Keep moving forward. Now, the bottom of the deck, okay, guys, just hang here with me. The bottom of the deck was the Ace of Wands reversed. So the underlying message for this reading is that there could be, you're feeling all over, it's a cloudy outlook. There's nothing set in stone here, which when is it ever really? But you may have a lot of unrealistic goals. Like you might have just put too much on the to-do front, you know what I mean? You've got to be realistic here. And you are probably being a bit unrealistic. You've been a bit decadent in your ideals as well, and in your passions, and in your way of going about things. And you may have you may be regretting that now. There's also an atonement with this card of cancelling things, cancelling plans, pulling back, you know, not being involved, not connecting, not making that progress, not having that individuality, not having the vision or the want to even be bothered. You know what I mean? Now, I also want to mention this because as I was shuffling, that 4 of Wands reversed did come out. So I popped it aside just because, well, I can do that. So this came out during the pre-shuffle before any other cards were drawn. This was the first card to come out. So this to me speaks an atonement to the current position, if not right this second. Okay, so the 4 of Wands reversed is talking about a real atonement of loss of full tranquility, having unfulfilled romance, a lot of insecurity, feeling like you really do have incomplete happiness here. You want more. Again, Wands, it's all about passions and progress and visions, your vision of life. And this in its inverse state, because in its upright, it's all about happy romance coming together. You know, this is a couple with castle in the background and the garland and all that celebration, celebratory. 4 of Wands is normally about a holiday and the coming together. When it's inverted, it's about unfulfillment. It's about not feeling loved in some respects, not feeling complete, feeling like your beauty has been tarnished, loss of your tranquility, romance, your security. It's a holy 4. And I really think that speaks an atonement to your reading, Scorpio, because there's a real underlying feeling here of just you've got wishes, you've got hopes, you've got fulfillment, and you've got a chance. But I think that's more of an individual thing of your personal spirit. You want someone to share life with. You want a friend, a soul companion, or a divine connection, or whatever they call it nowadays. You want a person to extra love with, whether that be you want an active person there with you to enjoy every moment in life. Because Four of Wands staring there at me inverted, this Ace of Wands staring at me there inverted, Five of Wands upright is of all of conflict, and that Queen of Wands standing upside down inverted of a real bitch energy, a real deceitful, vengeful, nasty MFA. I didn't spell that right. Sorry. And all this major arcana, Lord, sitting between the major arcana for the reading was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a biggie. It's a biggie, biggie, biggie. All right. So I pulled your additional oracle cards and everything to go with my Scorpios. So let me just grab them now for you. Oh, hang on. What am I doing? Sorry, my darlings. We're clarifying. I got all excited. Dear Lord. Okay, let's clarify some of these cards and get some more messages. I'm not myself today. Apologies. REDSKI's having a day, darlings. Okay, so we're clarifying that. You currently, the first card, which was the Hermit reversed, that is clarified by the Fool reversed. So as I was saying before, the Hermit reversed was talking about some rashness or some dullness due to overprudence, resulting in unnecessary delay and not listening to your own counsel and advice. This is clarified by the Fool reversed. So this is saying because you've made some bad decisions here, or you've had a lot of indecision. Again, sitting on the fence kind of energy. You know, you've been very hesitant, and you could have been extremely neglectful to responsibilities as well, and to making any decision whatsoever. You've just really pulled yourself out of it, out of the game, just not making the decisions, the choices that need to be made when they've needed to be made, just sort of given up a bit on it. Then we had the World, so that was the completion of the cycle, coming into full circle of it all. That's clarified by the Four of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Okay, the Four of Swords is reversed. So the Four of Swords reversed is is talking about a real feeling of activity now, like movement here. There could be a lot of precautions still used there and a real guarded advancement, but you are moving forward because you have a real desire to recover what is lost. Also, it could be to do with like information and that as well, but you just really want to come to a sense of recouping something here, getting something back that was lost. So there's movement here, moving forward here out of a time of not being able to. That is therefore also clarified with the Ace of Swords, and it's upright. So this is talking about you have great determination here. You have good initiative and strength and force and so much activity. You're moving up on this very fast. It's excessiveness, it's triumph, it's power, success. It's about prosperity and deep emotional feeling of love, of championship, of conquest. You want to win this. But you really want to move forward with this, and you really want to just have it. You want to have that world completion. You want it so bad you can almost taste it. Drug. It's an absolute compulsion almost of an energy that you just have to complete this. You have to attain this. It's not a bad thing. So we had that crowning third position, the Queen of Wands reversed. This is clarified by the Temperance card reversed, sign Sagittarius, and the Five of Cups. Wow. So that Temperance reversed is talking about discord, conflict of interest, and hostility. Remember, the Queen of Wands is what I call the bitch energy. It's someone that's very possible infidelity, unstable emotions, a real peach. And as I was saying, Temperance reversed is saying about there's a lot of discord and conflict of interest here, a lot of hostilities or inability to work with others or to work with this individual. Difficulty in understanding others and or them, and getting very impatient. They are impatient, and it just really gets you in a bit of a twisty. And that Five of Cups is really talking about loss. It's talking about regret. It's really talking about feeling as if you've had friendship without real meaning or marriage without real love, incomplete union or partnerships here. It's just feeling a lot of loss and regret. Feeling like it hurts. The Hanged Man, as the foundation root of the reading, is clarified by the Four of Coin. Four of Coin, yes. The Hanged Man is, as I was saying before, is all about getting wisdom here and taking advice. The Hanged Man speaks of life in suspension, transition, and changing. And as I said, that is clarified with the Four of Pentacle and or Coin, which is talking about cleaving hold of money here. Also blocking your heart chakra possibly. It's about love of material wealth, a real hoarder energy, hoarding hold of money, and an inability to share money. Holding on to money, not wanting to share that at all, really being stiff with money. Page of Swords. Oops, making a mess everywhere. Naughty REDSKI. Future energy coming in, that was that Page of Swords inverted, clarified by the Two of Swords reversed. So the Page of Swords reversed was really talking about an individual that was an imposter revealed, or illness possible, or powerlessness in the face of struggle forces. Two of Swords reversed is really speaking about there's a lot of misrepresentation here and dishonor, treachery, false friends, and lies. I'm seeing that that's really leading to that imposter. It's just backing it up that this person is definitely got not only them qualities, but maybe a few bonus ones to boot that you may not have even realized. The next card to clarify was, of course, the outcome, which was that Death reversed. So immobility, this is a big one too, so I've got to get my fingers around this. Give me a second. It's about stagnation, immobility, we must move forward even if it is slow and steady as she goes. Clarified by Three of Swords. So this is complete absence, sorrow, and strife and heartbreak. It is disappointment, dispersion, diversion, delay, separation, sorrow, pain, heartbreak. That is clarified by Faith in this deck, which is, of course, the Hierophant in your standard deck, which is all about, having faith, having spirituality and guidance, having that feeling of knowing within yourself that you'll get through this and being solid within that, reaching to faith and to your religion or to your belief system when you're going through this heartbreak, when you're going through these hard times, when you are really feeling that it is hurting you and you can't. You need help. Like, you need guidance. You need to hold your faith at that point. The Five of Swords, as well, packing all this up. This is incredible because this is talking about the Five of Swords. Typically in your standard deck is depicted by two groupings of people on a seafront, beachfront. One is holding all the swords, and a couple are on the ground, and he's holding two, and two or three other individuals walking out to sea being defeated. The Five of Swords speaks of either being victorious here and winning it, or being the dejected and losing it. Seeing if you have the faith and you really believe in yourself and back yourself, this will become a victory. If you allow that sorrow of the Three of Swords to consume you and you lose your faith, you will be the other side of it. You'll lose this battle and you'll be the dispersed. The Five of Swords is about conquest or defeat, destruction of others, degradation, or adversity. An adversary may arise. Winner, beating it, dejected, losing it. Outcome. There is a lot riding on this march for you, my dear Scorpios. Now, the Ace of Wands, remember, at the bottom of the deck, it's clarified by the Sun card, sign of Leo, and I do bloody love this. So the Ace of Wands was sort of uncertain outlook on this underlyingness of this reading, and the Sun is brilliant because the Sun is the winner chicken dinner. This is about you will have satisfaction and accomplishment here and contentment and success. That you will have favorable relationships and love and joy and devotion. True love with unselfish sentiment. There could even be an engagement or coming together again of a marriage, coming back into a happy alignment. But there will surely be pleasure in the daily existence of yourself. You're a high-spirited person, a good friend with warmth and sincerity. And this is about pleasures derived from just the simple things in life, feeling pure joy and warmth, achievement in the arts possible and liberation, and feeling liberated yourself. And just feeling the warmth of the sun's rays down on you in everything you do, Scorpio. This is such a funky reading in the way of its complexities in many ways. It can be read so easily, but the stages it represents that you're going to go through in March is excessive, Scorpio. My best advice to you is take it one step at a time. Don't be too rash. Think it through before you do it, because these things you're going to have to deal with, and this chance that's coming forth with the options to be made. This is like the final pin, so you're not going to be able to retract that. So make sure you know what you want to do before you do it, because once you do it, it's done. Okay, now let's look at your additional messages, my dears. So I pulled the oracle cards for you earlier, and now we're going to get those meanings. So we started off with the lovely little cards here, the Island Time Wellness, and we start with ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. That's lovely. I do like that. Then we have the golden mirror, self-absorbed. Let me just fix that light so I can actually see what I'm reading. There we go. Thank you, my darlings. The golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. Three of Swords perhaps might have led to that one. And sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, and focusing out. Could that be that Page of Swords? Okay, from the crazy, sexy love notes, I do love these. Firstly, we had elevate your energy. Your thoughts are vibrations that attract positive or negative energy. Notice your current emotional state. Clear any negativity through conversation, movement, breath, work, prayer, meditation, and so on. Then guide your thoughts back to love and abundant possibilities. When you elevate your energy, you attract abundance, health, and prosperity into your life. I love that. And it's so very, very true. Then we have you are healing. Healing happens in seasons. It can't be rushed or forced to fit a schedule. So often we curse the seeds that haven't taken root, failing to recognize it's not their time. They need more water, sunlight, and care. Bullying ourselves blocks rejuvenation and regeneration. Also, sometimes the healing we're focused on isn't the healing that's taking place. There's a much deeper healing going on. Be patient, dear one. You are healing. I love that. And we have tell the truth. I just need to fix that line now. It's being marvelous. There we go. Tell the truth. Communicate with integrity. You may need to level with someone. The person could even be you. Are you saying you're fine when you don't mean it? Are you swallowing your needs because you don't want to rock the boat? When we hide the truth, it eventually comes out in destructive ways. Act with integrity and say what's on your mind. While honesty may lead to short-term discomfort, the long-term peace and happiness is worth it. And I do agree with that. From the beautiful Wicker Oracle, you got the South card. And it reads as follows. The power of the South is exploration, investigation, and experience. It is the curiosity of the growing child who wants to find out about things. The South is the place of blossoming and unfolding of purpose, where becomes clear. It is also connected with trust and intuition, feelings and emotions. South is a direction to work with for growth and development. It is a place to consolidate ideas, to build on what was started in the direction of the east. South is the place of gathering experiences and learning from them. I do love these cards. I do love them. Okay, now my darlings, your angel for the month of March is none other than number 32. Oh, wow. The angel of divine timing, number 32. You have received this card because your angel of divine timing wants you to know that the divine is right. Hang on, sorry. Wants you to know that timing is right for the desire to come into fruition. Your angel of divine timing understands how you have been patiently awaiting the good news that is coming your way. This card is a gentle reminder not to give up hope. Your angel of divine timing has been working behind the scenes, ensuring that all the pieces of the puzzle will fall into place and the result is your desired outcome. We live in a society where everyone is always in a hurry and things are expected to happen instantaneously. It is hard to be patient, and you can become disappointed by your lot in life when things don't work out the way you would like. In the spirit world, there are no clocks or schedules defining when things are expected to happen. There is a saying, be beautiful, what you wish for, you just might get it. If the timing isn't right, you won't receive the positive outcome you are hoping for. So your angel of divine timing is ensuring that you receive the outcome that is best for your highest good. Don't worry about how it will happen. Know in your heart that your angel of divine timing will ensure that it does happen. The most important thing is not to doubt the power of your angel of divine timing. When you add doubt to the equation, you will sabotage all the hard work you and your angel are doing on your behalf. The angel of divine timing has applied to achieve your desired outcome. So have faith that all is well and be patient. The affirmation for this card is as follows. I have total faith and belief that my angel of divine timing is working to help me achieve my desired outcome. Everything happens with divine timing. And it sure does. So be patient, my dear one. And one of your other cards also reflected that to a T. I do believe. This is what I love when they all come together to give you a beautiful, synchronistic, strong message. It's like ringing that bell. You know what I mean? It's just, you feel it almost. And I must admit, the reading today, Scorpio, will stay with me long after the reading is read. You know what I mean? Your spirit animal, my dear darling Scorpios, for the month of March is none other than the gorgeous panda. And it reads, create a sacred space for yourself in your home and or place of work. So the panda is your spirit animal for March, my dear Scorpio. A sacred space is an area in your home or workplace where you can have some privacy for contemplation, meditation, or simply a bit of quiet time to think. If this isn't possible to do at work, it becomes even more imperative that you provide this for yourself in your home. This is a space that is your territory, wherever, whether it's an entire room or a corner of it, of your living room or bedroom. Place a cozy chair or pillow there, and then set up a simple altar, one that contains a few pieces that are both personal and precious to you. Include a candle in your space that you can light when you're abiding there. Make your sacred space a comfortable place to hang out, with no agenda or compulsion to do anything. As Buddha said, don't just do something, sit there. You may find all sorts of reasons or excuses not to do this, but don't cave in to these internal objections. Make it important enough for your emotional and mental health and balance to create this kind of private spiritual sanctuary. Be sure to do nothing in particular for a good period of time while you're there. The increasingly rapid pace of life and growing intensities in the world are even greater cause for doing so. It is a place for solace, one where you can more closely listen to your inner voice and feelings and tap into the life force inside that expresses itself to you. The associations with this card is rarity, bigotization, polarity, willpower, solitude, privacy, sacred space, intuition, perceptive, gentleness, strength, flexibility, modesty, and economy. Now the final piece of my beautiful Scorpio puzzle for the month of March, the addition we've all been waiting for, my darlings, the ruin. And it's been sitting here the whole time. In case you beautiful babies have not noticed it, it's right here. And it is none other than the number 13, patience. Number 13, ruin, patience. And yes, I'm going to read the full book reading to you because you need to know everything, okay? And I don't care how long it takes or if my voice goes even dry. This is what we do now. Number 13, patience by disgard. Let me just get a sip of my drink. Here we go. Happy is the one whose own heart never lies, who knows what waiting means and still can wait. In drawing this ruin, you are being asked to show patience in some part of your life. If you are one who has endless patience for others and almost none for yourself, this ruin is a reminder. Since the starting place for healing and recovery is always the self, take time each day to give yourself the gift of patience. Acknowledge and appreciate your own efforts and be grateful for your progress along the path of growth and healing. St. Thomas Augustine reminded us that patience is part of courage and that sometimes courage requires us to wait. While you are healing, you must allow each step to take place in its own time. With the practice of patience comes perseverance, trust, and wisdom. Judging, comparing, needing to know why, these are never your allies. Patience is your only ally. If you have just received difficult or troubling news, find a quiet place to be with what you've learned. Consider whether the situation you are facing is part of life's endless coming to be and passing away, or part of that which abides. Then turn your troubles over to God. Even in our darkest hours, patience speaks to us and comforts us, saying, "This too shall pass." For some of us, receiving this ruin serves as a reminder that, as with all things, patience too has its healthy limits. Whenever the case may be, you are encouraged to learn the difference between patience and denial. If in your present situation you have been patient too long, then patience is no longer a virtue. What stronger evidence can there be that you are truly healing than your willingness to live your life patiently, consciously, one day at a time? As you contemplate this ruin, remember that the will of heaven is at work in your life and that patience is the one of love's master teachers. By adding patience to serenity, you will reach a place of acceptance and you will look with serene eyes upon a world that no longer withholds from you the love you were born to receive. Be mindful that patience is essential for your recognition of your own progress, which in its seasons leads to the harvest of the self. And that is your March reading, my beautiful Scorpios. Thank you so much for joining me. If you've not done so already, subscribe to the channel, REDSKI's Righteous Readings. I'd love for you to join the REDSKI tribe. And I will see you in the next round, which is the mid-monthly Titania Fortune card round. Okay, my beautiful babes? Like ya, love ya, like me back. And I can't wait to see you again. Thank you so much and have a wonderful March. Light and love. From REDSKI's Righteous Readings, the rings are always righteous, y'all.